As a matter of fact, the Persian Renaissance commenced with the Safavid era in 1502, following a long period of invasion and destruction. So what happened? The Renaissance brought about a new wealth and also an increasing need to protect the country assets from further incursions. So, fortresses were constructed in their strategically important location. But one such fortress was already located in its strategic location. Up to 170 years ago, it continued to be inhabited. But 170 years ago, due to numerous reasons, it got fully abandoned. But one of the main reasons that really forced people to relocate beyond the walls was when all the water wells inside the citadel all at once, one by one, dried up. So life without water didn't mean anything. But unfortunately, as soon as it got fully abandoned, it was subjected to a period of petty looting for almost 40 years. I mean, within 40 years, whatever that could be of some use was taken away from it. For years, it was fully neglected. I do remember I started visiting the site since the age of 12. And it's always been my second home. Whenever I was not feeling okay, whenever I was not in a good mood, the Citadel was the place where I always, went and sat down with my books, read and thought about the site. Up to 10 years ago, as I have already mentioned, it was fully neglected. Nobody cared for it, neither the population nor the authorities. But 10 years ago, it was visited by the ex-president of the Islamic Republic of Iran, Mr. Hashemi Rafsanjani. He was the first authority who visited the site and also did a great favor both to the citadel and also the people. So he ordered the renovation and restoration of the whole site. That is why these days when you walk through the small streets and alleys, you'll notice that work is in progress to restore those superficial damages. You may be wondering whether we get a lot of rain here or not. If I tell you yes, we get a lot of rain, so how come such fragile structures have remained for such a long time? Yes, as a matter of fact, for 2 months a year, that is during January and February, we get a lot of rain. But despite of those rain and rainfall, these mud-built complexes have remained for such a long time, and that is mostly due to the plaster of straw and clay which have been put on the surfaces of the walls. And those things has aided all these structures to remain for such a long time. You see, when you visit this citadel, there are two things. Either you see the structures, the ruins, or you both see the ruins and hear about its history. But something I would like to mention it, that every tiny part of the citadel has got a big history behind it. So it's nice to go into the citadel, walk around, and get somebody to tell you about every part of it. Then that would make a perfect visit to the citadel.
The true name.
My name is Mr. Bean.
Your name is Mr. Bean.
Yes,
And Mr. Bean, where were you born?
I am born in France.
In France.
Yes.
But Mr. Bean born in England.
Yes, because maybe there is two Mr. Bean.
Maybe, or you sure?
I am not sure.